Hi, folks. It's good to see each and every one of you once again. Welcome to another edition of the Three Things That I Learned This Week video. How is everybody doing? I trust you all are doing well. I'm super excited, as usual, to be here again to bring God's words to you. And I know you are super excited to receive what God has got for you today. And if this is your first time of visiting us on this channel, this is a channel or a video where we bring God's words, words that elevate, words that transforms lives. And at the end, and I can assure you that your life will never remain the same again. And if you have not, please make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on all of our social media platforms that will be appearing on the screen right now. Make sure you give this video a like. We want to get as many likes as we can at the end of this video, but most importantly, we want you to share this video, share it with all of your friends on all of your social media platforms and timeline. We want you to become a blessing to someone else as soon as this video becomes a blessing to you. And as usual, my name is Ayodeji Onifade. And here are the three things that I learned this week. The first thing I want to talk about, the first thing that I learned this week is that God is still the God of the 11th hour. God is still the God of 11th hour. And I caught this thing up in one of our prayer meetings in church on Sunday. That was this one of our pastors was leading prayer and was leading prayer by with chapter Matthew chapter 20, the parables of the laborers. For those of you who are not familiar with that chapter, Jesus was giving a parable of a landowner who had a land and who was in need of laborer. So he told one of his boys to go into the field or to go into the street to go hire as many people as they can. So at the break of the day, the guy went into the street to go hire the first group of people, and they had an agreement that he was going to pay them one denarius for the entire day's job, and they agreed to that. And those guys started working. Maybe in the course of the as the day went by, maybe the owner of the land found out that they needed more laborers. So he told his boy again, like, go into the field, go into the street, go find more laborers. So they brought him more laborers again at the second hour of the day, and they had an agreement. But this time there was no agreement on the amount that was going to be paid. Jesus Christ told us that the landowner said that at the end of the day, I'm going to pay you what is right. And they agreed. There was no particular amount that was agreed on. So the same thing again. After a while, the landowner found out that he needed more laborers, so he told his boy again, go into the street in the third hour. He did the same in the fourth. He did the same in the fifth. He did the same in the sixth hour, telling them the same thing, that he was going to pay them what was right at the end of the day, and those people would agree to work for him. So much that they were working even till the 10th and 11th hour when the day is about to break, And this guy still told his boy, the landowner still told his boy that go into the field and find more people to come. So even the people that came in 1 hour till when the work of the day would stop, he just told them that, look, at the end of the day, I'm going to pay you what seems right. So naturally, those guys only worked for 1 hour. But after that, Jesus Christ started paying, or the old landowner, I kept saying Jesus I was saying, was the one talking about the parable, started paying the laborers their wages, starting from those people who came 1 hour before the day broke. So he paid them one denarius. Those who came 10 hours, who worked for 2 hours, he paid them. So in short, he paid everybody the same amount of money. And the guys who were there since the beginning, naturally, were disgruntled, saying, look, why is this? We've been working for 11 hours. How is it fair that you're going to pay us the same amount of money for us who have worked for 11 hours for those who have worked for 1 hour? And they were bitter. Jesus Christ replied to them. He said, look, we agree for a denary, and I have paid you a denary. I have not done anything wrong. He said, yes, those who work for 1 hour, I chose to pay them the same amount because the money belongs to me. You are only grievous because I have chosen to be fair. I have chosen to be generous with my finances. So I just want to encourage you out there, for those of you out there, who are somehow boxed to a corner right now, who you think like, oh, God has forgotten you, or you need a job. You feel like you see your friends, they've been working all days. You see your friends or your colleagues that they've been investing. God has been blessing them. It seems that they are involved, but nothing is happening to you. I want to tell you that God is still the God of 11 hour. When the God of 11 hour reaches out to you, He's going to take you to the same level with those who have been working for years. I have several testimony like that, even in my own experience, where people who got the job first, who got out of school for, were not necessarily better than those who got off a year ago. So God is still the God of 11th hour. In what situation are you right now? You feel that you are completely forgotten, or you feel like your colleagues or your peers have gone way ahead of you. When the God of 11th hour shows up on the scene, there is a way that it can restore the years which has been lost. For most part of the day, those guys must have felt like, today's wage is gone. We're just going to work for 1 hour and they're going to pay us peanut. But at the end of the day, they were surprised that they got paid the entire day's wage. God is about to do that kind of a thing in your life, to where the years that you have lost will not matter. God will restore the years in such a way that the reward that you will get will be commensurate to someone who has worked for years. God is still the God of the 11th hour. So I want to encourage you out there. If you are at the verge of giving up, you are thinking, oh, I'm too old to get that kind of job. Oh, my time has passed. I want to tell you today, your time has not passed. Our God is still the God of 11th hour. He's still calling people in the 11th hour. He's still blessing people at the 11th hour. He's still opening doors for people at the 11th hour. So don't give up. He will reach out to you. And the second thing that I learned this week, it's also almost in that line. My video today is sort of one that is encouraging people, and I strongly believe that this video is for somebody who is discouraged right now, and God is going to use these things that I learned this week to also encourage you. So the second thing that I learned this week was the Chinese bamboo experience. Also, we were in a meeting, a ministers meeting, and then we were discussing and strategizing, and then in the course of the meeting, the Chinese bamboo experience was discussed, and this is how it goes. The Chinese bamboo takes about 5 years for it to sprout. You are going to plant the seed, and for 5 years you are going to clear the ground. You are going to plant the seed every day for 5 years. You are going to wet it, and it will not sprout until after 5 years. And after 5 years, and in less than 80 days, or in less than 2 months, it will reach a very, very tall bamboo tree. Now, the question is that for those 5 years, it will seem as if nothing is underground. It will seem as if it is dead. Take, for example, if somebody who went through a piece of land where those bamboos were planted, and you saw somebody walking, tilting, making sure that grass is not growing on that place every single day, to your mind, you'll be like, why is this guy tilting this guy, clearing this land and a daily basis, and nothing is going out of you? You probably think he's mad, but he knows what he's doing. You have to keep wetting the ground every day for 5 years. Can you imagine the patience, the endurance, the faith it takes for you to tilt the ground, to wet it every day for 5 years and not see result? Some of you are in that stage right now. You are investing, you are putting your mind to it, you are studying, and it seems that your effort is not bearing reward. Don't be alarmed. Just like the Chinese bamboo tree, the fact that you are under it, you are wet, doesn't mean that you are dead. There is something great in you that is about to birth, but God needs to prepare you. For 5 years, the bamboo tree is preparing. For 5 years, it is getting nourishment. For 5 years, it is taking the necessary nutrients it needs to develop. And in no time, once it sprouts, in less than a month or in less than 2 months, it becomes this big blossom green tree that it is. So the fact that you are putting in effort right now, don't be discouraged. Some of you are saying, I've been doing this for years. I've been putting effort into it for years. Come on, keep putting those efforts. Don't give up. Just like the Chinese bamboo tree, the fact that you are wetting it every day shows that you have faith in the seed, and that seed is going to grow full. If you are that person right now, you are at the verge of giving up. You have said, I've tilted this ground for 5 years. I've been wetting it every day for 5 years. I've been investing. I've been burning the midnight candle. I've been investing so much, and I'm seeing nothing. Just like the Chinese bamboo tree, you are going to sprout up one day. And when you sprout, what I was going to say, if the effort that you have put in is going to pay off one day. So don't give up. Don't give up, please. Don't give up. This is the time for you to continue to wet the ground right now. Are you in school studying? It seems like nobody is looking at you. Keep studying. Are you writing that business proposal and you are trying to find sponsors or financiers and everybody is rejecting you? Keep going on. Just keep feeding. Just keep wetting that dream. Don't let that dream die. And when it's proud, you'll be surprised in no time how you are going to blossom, how God is going to bless you, how you are going to fly into the sky, and with wings like eagle, you will soar high. And the third and the final thing that I learned this week is a quote from my favorite guy, James Clear. And listen to this quote very well. I mean, this quote touched me and I learned a lot from it. He says, there's a difference between moving and rushing. You can move fast and be thoughtful. When you rush, you sacrifice thoughtfulness. Conversely, when you are thoughtful but not moving fast, you are overthinking it. Procrastination in disguise. Don't rush, but don't wait. I will read it again so that you get more clarity from it. Say, there's a difference between moving fast and rushing. So there's a difference between moving fast and rushing. You cannot move fast and be thoughtful. When you rush, you sacrifice thoughtfulness. Conversely, when you are thoughtful but not moving fast, you are overthinking it. Then procrastination in disguise. Don't rush, but at the same time, don't wait. So what he's saying is here is that there's a difference between when you are moving fast and when you are rushing. But what differentiates the two is that when you are moving fast, you are thoughtful. You put things in place. You know exactly what you're doing. There's a thought process when you are trying to move things. You are trying to move fast. But when you are rushing, you are just doing everything, upside down, lopping upside down without thoughtfulness. I will give you an example of what that means. If you're in a hurry to go to somewhere or you are running late and then all of a sudden you need to get a car, you need to go in your car to that particular place and you're already running late and all of a sudden you don't know where your car keys is. How will you be looking for that car key? Exactly what it means. You'll be all over the place without thoughtfulness. You'll be, putting things, shifting things here and there. But he's saying that there's a difference between moving fast and rushing. When you are moving fast, you are using your thought process. But when you are rushing, you remove the thought process away from. But he said, conversely, when you are thoughtful, you are not. He said, but conversely, when you are thoughtful but not moving fast, you are overthinking it. Sometimes we do need to overthink things. We just need to flow, especially for those of us who have the Spirit of God. When we feel that prompting, it is time to move. But procrastination must be something we must take away. Procrastination is the killer of time, is the killer of destiny. Do not procrastinate in your life. He said, don't rush, but at the same time, don't wait. Rush, when you rush to do things, you lose your sense of reasoning. Thoughtfulness is taken away out of the process. But when you wait too long, you are procrastinating. You are not doing, that which you should do. But you must find a balance between not rushing and not waiting. So, and as you do that, success will be yours. So those are the 3 things that I've learned this week. If this video has blessed you, please make sure you give this video a like. And we want to get as many likes as we can. Follow us, subscribe to our channels, and follow us on all of our social media platforms that will be appearing on the screen. And if you have a question or contribution, leave it for us in the comment section below. And until next time, like I always say, never stop learning and only be that which God wants you to be. Peace out.